Welcome to your daily focus for October the 18th, 2016. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. And before we begin, thank you so much for all of the positive, loving supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Thank you truly. Now, let's see what the energy is going to be for us. We have the sun still in Libra. We are coming off of a full moon, and the full moon goes into Gemini today. We have Venus going into out of Scorpio and into Sagittarius today. So there's going to be probably feeling more grounded in your relationships again. Ready to go on the adventure, the romantic adventure. The Scorpio is very intense. Scorpio, Venus and Scorpio kind of feels like the Eight of Swords, huh? Okay, so I'm getting, where are you feeling like you are limited? Where do you feel like you can't go forward because of what? What is that what that holds you back, that limits you, that, and it could be something that you have self-imposed upon yourself without even knowing that you have done so. It's understanding, it's opening up our eyes to something that we, probably a wall or a barricade that we have built and we have rested on, and we use it as our excuse. We use it as our means to say, well, I would be so great if I could do this, but I can't because I could help so many people to do this, but I can't do that because. And it could be any reason under the sun, really. So where are you feeling limited? Because at first we look at this card and it's like, oh my gosh, there are swords all around this poor woman. And she is bound and she is blindfolded. And there is a lot of emotion going on here. So I would almost think that this is inner emotion today. Even though we have the moon in Gemini, which makes us want to communicate and talk, I think this is an inner struggle for you. Take time out to sit in silence today, even if it is 2 or 3 minutes, or 5 minutes, or 10. Ask yourself the question, what prevents me from going forward? In a love relationship, in your spirituality, in your work or career, in your financial matters, in what you want to step into learning and beginning, the wisdom that you want to grab in. Why can't you go after it? What's blocking you? Because you know what? Our hands are free here. And if we take off that blindfold, we see that those swords are behind us and we are not bound at all. It may feel like it, but our feet are free. We could run. So when we look closely at the situation, when we rip off that blindfold, when we rip off that bandage of something that has been hiding from our knowledge of how to go forward. So I think that's a very positive card today if you use the energy correctly, because you could get that aha moment. You could get that epiphany of always believing one way had to be, and seeing where that road opens up, that window of opportunity opens up to you. Our perceptions can change. Our perceptions and how we see things, of why we have allowed that limitation in our life. Because usually limitations are set up through fears, and fears are very good things because they keep us alive. That's what it's supposed to be there for. And we get that fight or flight kind of attitude. And it's the things that we fly away from. It's knowing to face it. Face your fears, because that allows growing. That allows wisdom. That flipped over. Six of Swords. So it's going forward. It's seeing the way forward. It's seeing what is preventing you. There's those same swords again. And they're sticking out of the water and they're hanging from the ceiling. And yet none of them touch you. Now this could be a little bit of having a faith, a patience with God, your angels, your spirit guides, the universe, and bringing you to the part of the path that you want to get to, the goal, the dream, the desire. You're looking forward. You're seeing the path forward. There is somebody at the back of the boat. I think that because they're shrouded by such a light that they have to be a spirit guide. They have to be an angel. They have to be a messenger of God. Whispering the right direction to you. Showing you the way forward. Keeping you safe from harm. Okay, so let's put that back in, and I'm going to cut the cards before another one flies out. So we have the High Priestess, the very first card. Three of Wands. High Priestess is the 2 and then 3. I don't know why I needed to look at that. 23, the adventure. More than one path opening up to us. The Moon. So it is a lot about internal today. Maybe it's a little bit of loving yourself. Maybe it's a little bit about appreciating yourself. Oh, I'm pulling another one for some reason. The Four of Swords. I don't know why, but the Four of Swords had to cross over the Three of Wands. I just do what they tell me to do, or what I feel is. So we're going off the path. We're trying something new and different. Let's get an angel card to go with us. Oh, 56, danger. Where's the danger today? Let's start at the beginning. We have the High Priestess. She follows the Magician. Okay, it goes the Fool, the Magician, then the High Priestess. And then we go to the Emperor and Empress. So we have the High Priestess here today. So it is a highly spiritual day. And maybe Venus going into Sagittarius does open some doors or thins that veil for us just slightly. So that we can hear the messages clearer. And we can see the signs, the symbols that are put in front of us. The clues, the breadcrumbs for our path forward. This is also something coming out of nowhere that could completely transform your life today. This is the wisdom coming together with the spirituality. This is the growth potential, the creative growth potential. And then we have the Four of Swords crossing over the Three of Wands. Now the Three of Wands, we stand there and we kind of feel firmly planted where we are. We have a good sense of who we are. And we see the path forward. And so we are really weighing out our decisions here. We are really understanding what it is needed from us in order to go forward. So very much like the Magician saying, what do you want? And why do you want it so badly? Give me the details. And we really have to have an honesty about what works in our life and what doesn't work in our life, and what we really need to succeed and what we need to do, what we're willing to sacrifice, where we're willing to compromise. But does it get us to the goal? Does it get us to our dream? Does it allow us to step on that new path? Because, you know, with this card, I see true abundance coming back at you. You look out into the sunrise of the new day dawning, and you have to make decisions. And it's decisions that are going to probably affect you long term, because this is saying that you need to put yourself as number one here. And that's something that's kind of hard to do without feeling like you are being very egotistical in some way. But you have to put yourself first right now. You have to think of you and where you are going and what you want to do. A fuzzball. What is your goal? What is your dream? What is your desire? What will you be giving up? Will it deplete your energy? Will it devastate you in some way? Will it cause chaos in your life? Is that chaos worth the goal, the dream, the desire? Why do we think it's going to be that much chaos? What if it goes in a completely different direction? We don't want to deplete our energy here. We don't want to, this is meditation, this is prayer, but this is taking care of you. I kind of got this as taking care of you. If you need to lay down and rest, then lay down and rest. But there's also a white rose and a red rose on you, which talks about new path forwards and the courage that you need to have in order to go forward. And then we have the bird flying on top of you, coming in, bringing in messages. So pay attention to the messages, pay attention to the clues, because that's going to give you a better understanding about how to navigate that path forward and have success and have your dream fulfilled and reach your goals and your desires. And then we have the moon. So once again, it's you. It's all about you. The moon is in Gemini. So moon in Gemini is usually communication. We're multitasking. We are answering emails. We are writing letters. We could be sitting there and reading a lot today. Very much about the word, very much about communication. Teaching wisdom. So it could be exploring where you want to have more wisdom, or maybe understanding the wisdom that you already have and bringing that forward. This is treating yourself well. This is looking at different aspects of your routine, and if it's healthy for you, if it's wise, where you need to make adjustments in order to feel balanced, in order to feel secure. So I guess the biggest danger today, and really I thought there would be a lot more love here, but maybe the animals are going to be telling us that, with Venus going into Sag and that, expansive feeling of love. It's not just one-on-one love, it's universal love. We're going to care more. We're going to be more compassionate. We're going to be wanting to be the person who thinks of ways to help, ways to do, how we can get involved, how we can do our own little part in helping another. It might be a best friend, it might be a parent, it might be a child, it might be within your neighborhood or community or the world at large. So back to what is the danger, because that's kind of what I thought the cards would be telling us today, but it's taking us in other messages. So I guess, we're going to feel good, but we're going to have to also look inside. So maybe the energy just relaxes just enough that there's not too much chaos on the outside, so we can go inside. The danger, I think, is not going inside, because we got 56 there. And 56 is about, well, 5 plus 6 is 11. So it's your portal. That's your portal through. And the 2 then would be partnerships, relationships. So we have the master number of 11. And so that is really going forward. This is combining your energy with another. This could be sharing wisdom. This could be receiving wisdom. This could be finding a mentor, somebody you look up to, or somebody who looks up to you, respects you, holds you at a higher esteem. But I think the danger comes when we're not tapping into what can be, when we're not combining our wisdom So our heart thoughts with our mind, with our logical, because this is a day when we can manifest. This is a day when spiritual magic can come into our life, but we have to give it the attention in order to see it. You could miss the clue, you could miss the opportunity. Do I believe opportunities come around again? Yes, I do. In a different way, in a different form. But when you like to grab it the first time, so quiet time. Understand your thoughts. Understand where you want to go. Be honest with yourself about what may be limiting you, what might be pulling you back. Understand how you can go forward. You know, if the relationship, you guys have grown apart, then maybe it's time to start communicating. And maybe when you start communicating, they're going to think, something's up here. They want something from me. They got to want something from me, because otherwise they wouldn't give me the time of day, because they can't stand me anymore by the feel of it. And you're thinking the same thing. And if you start communicating love to the other person and showing them that you do love them, that you do care for them, eventually they start going, I think this is for real, because I truly still love them too. And you start over, you start to begin again. Who needed to hear that? Okay, let's go to the animals here. I'm just long-winded today. I must be starting to feel better. All that healing energy is telling me is doing amazing things for me, obviously, here today. So that's good. Thank you. What's the matter, Peanut? Look at this. Be strong, the lion. Yeah, it's all about you. It's all about, I get that as the strongest part of it all. Respecting what you want to do, and not thinking so much that it is your ego. I think I started talking about that. Be strong. Know who you are. Strength, pride, moving on. Promise me you'll always remember. You're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. And yes, I think this is, I was very long-winded, and they said it there in, A.A. Millen says it in 3 sentences, maybe 2 with a comma there. Promise me you'll always remember. You're braver than you believe, and stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. And it's true. We don't give ourselves enough credit. We try and stay humble all the time, and humble has its place, but our ego defines us. I think I heard David Palmer say that very recently. We need our ego. That defines us. It says who we are. How do you define yourself? The lion's presence itself can draw fear among his peers. Even when he doesn't feel strong, he is perceived as such, and he reminds you that you are just as strong. With all that you are experiencing in your life, it is a time to embrace your own strength, always and forever. It is a time for you to let go of things that can no longer be fixed. Trash is trash. Only keep around that which is worth collecting. If you have to force a situation into a way that you want it, you only make it worse. And the knowledge that it isn't yours needs to be seen. Holding on can make you brave, but moving on makes you strong. What, Peanut? What, Peanut? What? You just want me to pay attention to you? I know. From his point of view, he's right, I'm sitting here and I'm talking away, so there's nobody else in the room, so I must be talking to my buddy Peanut, huh? Okay, you go lay down, be a good boy now. Lion may be also telling you that it's time for you to see your physician and then begin an exercise program to help build your body strength. Is that it for Lion? Yes, Lion is short and sweet and to the point. So, you know what? Promise me you will always remember. Promise me that you will always remember. You are braver than you believe. You are stronger than you seem. You are smarter than you think. So give yourself the credit. Understand why you're holding yourself back. And go inside today. It's a beautiful day to show love towards yourself, your goals, your dreams, your desires, and understand exactly how you can move forward going into tomorrow. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.